Big addition.
All right, this is a Marvelous Mike here at 720 Wrestling. I'm here with All Sports Best, Trey Gonzalez. We're here to start a new mini-series, a 5-episode mini-series today. This is going to be episode 1. The mini-series is called Turning Face.
Yeah.
And the idea behind it is that Trey over here, he's a heel. He probably doesn't even know what that means.
I don't need to know what that means.
So he's not a wrestling fan. And basically a heel is the bad guy in terms of wrestling.
Good to know.
Trey. So our goal is to turn Trey into a face, meaning he's a good guy, meaning he likes wrestling, meaning he wants to invest a little bit more time in watching it. So let's start off by asking him a couple questions. Trey, what are some of the things that you don't like about wrestling, professional wrestling?
Well, I'm a big sports fan. Obviously, part of All Sports Best. I love covering everything sports, but I just don't see it as a regular sport, as a credited sport, just because it's a lot of acting involved. And I do respect the fact that they are huge and they put in the work in the weight room, but the fact that everything they do in the ring is fake, it's going to be hard to convince me.
Okay, so what is your definition of fake when it comes to pro wrestling?
The hits to the face are not real.
Okay.
At least from what I've seen or what I've heard. And then I've attended a live event before, a WWE event, and just a lot of stomping on the floor, a lot of, the ropes, going up against the ropes.
Yeah.
You don't actually, need to run against them when they push you. But, it's kind of cool in some ways, but that's just the fakeness that I see. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I get that. So one thing I've always thought of it, even as soon as I turned and became a teenager and started to realize more of what was going on inside the ring, the one thing I always saw was that it was kind of like a man soap opera.
Sure. Yeah, okay.
So I don't know if you get that side of it or not, but there's so many highs and lows and ups and downs in professional wrestling that it really has a tendency to pull a fan like myself into it, and at times I can get excited about it, at times I can get upset about it, and so forth.
Sure.
And those are some of the things I like it. And to me, that aspect of it translates into the sporting world.
So you like it because it's like an ongoing series. I don't like it because it's like I'm watching a TV show.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so the way I've seen it and the way I've heard about it before, there's actually this really good series on YouTube that Max Landis did. I can't remember the name of it right in this second, but he actually talks about it just like what you said. It's a TV show about wrestling, and he paints a really good picture about it. Maybe we'll throw that in as a bonus episode.
All right.
But here's what we're going to do today. We are going to watch the first of 5 wrestling matches to try to turn him face. It is called Turning Face. We're going to start off with TLC 2. Okay.
Okay.
This might have some names that you may or may not know. The Hardy Boys.
Draws a blank.
The Dudley Boys.
Not a clue.
Edge and Christian.
You lost me.
No, okay. So he doesn't know any of these guys. He doesn't know what it's going to be. Do you even know what TLC means?
Yes, Tender Love and Care.
Tender Love and Care. That is incorrect. We are talking about tables, ladders, and chairs.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
This sounds like fun.
All right, so we're going to break away. We're going to go watch that match, and we're going to come back.
Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready? It's the tables, ladders, and chairs 2 for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship.
Well, the object here, folks, is real simple. Somehow, some way, you get a ladder, you climb it, you retrieve those tag team title belts, which are hanging in the middle of your screen. And here we go. This is going to be obviously very unorthodox, very unpredictable, and unfortunately very, very dangerous.
The trick here is survival. It's not even a matter of keeping the advantage. It's simply to survive the tables, the ladders.
I don't like the looks of this for Christian's sake. The Hardys with a tandem offense off the ladders on Christian, and the Dudley's back. This will adversely affect your sexual drive. Devon's headbutt right off the top rope. But again,
There's no shortage of tables here tonight. And now the first table will come into play. Devon bringing the first table into the TLC 2 match.
Jeff, look out. Bubba Ray Dudley just powerbomb Jeff Hardy right through edge, right through the table. And here we go. The race is on for the WWF Tag Team Championship. They're so close to these. Oh my!
Oh man!
Good God! Edge all the way out to the floor. Matt Hardy or Christian. And all 6 men are down. Bodies broken. Ladders teetering. And the title's still hanging high up. Little 150-pound Spike Dudley. And Spike dropping Edge face first. And now, oh God, Christian drilled right through the table by Spike Dudley. And Spike may have re-injured himself. And look at Jeff Hardy. Gonna capitalize here in a moment.
The run of the Dudley ladder has made an impact. From the inside of the ring to the outside, through a table to the floor.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's Rhino!
Rhino! Edge and Christian's friend Rhino, the psychotic 275-pounder, almost beheading Devon Dudley. Spearing down Bubba Ray. Notice, oh, God! Oh, this Rhino's a destruction to, hey, wait a minute. There's Lita! Lita was scored by Rhino last week, but my gosh, Lita's here! Jerking Edge off the ladder. Oh, come on, leave her alone.
Rhino has Lita up!
Oh, but not for long. Spike Dudley went downstairs on the Rhino. Lita now going up top. Lita with a Hurricane Rana. Taking down Rhino.
Edge is close! He's so damn close!
The show. Spike Dudley with a chair shot on Rhino that tipped over the ladder, and you see the results.
Take it all off! Take it all off, Lita!
Wait a minute! The 3D, the Dudleys delivered the 3D on Lita. And a chair. And the steel is, they're swinging steel here. And now there's no ladder.
He's nuts if he even tries!
What is Jeff Hardy thinking? That must be a 20-foot ladder. Swanton! Right into the bodies of Rhino and Spike and Jeff Hardy. To no surprise, has also injured himself.
But Jeff Hardy's up!
Jeff Hardy like walking the tightrope. Jeff Hardy had a chance of those ladders getting away with it.
So close, yet so far away from the WWF Tag Team titles.
Jeff Hardy relentless in his quest to retrieve those tag team title belts. And Jeff now losing his balance, hanging from the top, trying to get back under that ladder. Jeff moving the ladder underneath him. But Bubba Ray Dudley. And, oh, look at Edge. Oh my God! Edge for the 20-foot ladder with a spear on Jeff Hardy. For the love of God, Jeff Hardy. one is fine. And now we're back live. Matt Hardy and Bubba Ray Dudley on top of that big ladder.
It's Rhino!
And Bubba Ray attempting 4 tables.
Rhino has taken out a member of both the Dudleys and the Hardys. Rhino, the man-beast from Detroit, Michigan, has made the most significant impact of the TLC match here tonight.
Devon Dudley close to the top of the ladder. Rhino with Edge. Christian. They got him. But that's over. Thanks to Rhino, it's over.
And new tag team champions, Christian and Edge.
Just like Edge and Christian did last year at WrestleMania. Just like they did at SummerSlam. Edge and Christian have once again proved they're the best tag team in the WWF because they are now the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
Alrighty, we are back. We just watched the match. Let's go with first thoughts, Trey.
Well, I definitely have to say that I respect the fact that dudes are falling off ladders 20 feet high, 15 feet high, clearly missing spots that they're supposed to be hitting as far as like scripted areas and things like that. So the risk level, the fact that it's a little bit higher than I anticipated is actually pretty cool. And the fact that some of these dudes are absolute daredevils was eye-opening. So I did enjoy that part of it.
Okay, yeah, I started you out with a match that was speed. You know, it was fast-paced. There was a lot of high action, high intensity. They're not all the matches are not going to be like that.
Okay.
That I show you in those 5-episode miniseries. But I figured I'd show you something like that because it is eye-catching. And do you think by the time you finished watching that match, was it eye-catching?
Yeah, it was eye-catching. I mean, one of the things I was somewhat against, I guess, was the fact that going up the ladder so slowly, and I know we're supposed to sell it. I know that acting's involved. It's a soap opera, like you said before. But, you know, the fact that, oh, man, they've taken 2 hits, 3 hits at the beginning, and I was like, I think they can do a little bit better than that. I mean, in my opinion, if they were to try to go up fast and somebody, you know, grabbed him by the belt or the bottom of the leg and yanked him off, that'd be pretty cool too. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, I mean, it was exciting. It was eye-catching.
Okay, so you didn't really know any of the names, and you may not even be able to answer this question. But was there anybody that really stood out to you as you were watching it?
Yeah, and I think you're right. I don't know the names very well, but the guy with the red hair, what's his name again?
Jeff Hardy. Yeah.
Jeff Hardy was a beast. Just the fact that he was able to he was a daredevil that was taking risks offensively, and I think I said it before, but also the guy that, Yellow Pants.
Christian.
Okay, so Christian, he took some hits, some bad hits, like some bad falls that were seemingly unintentional. So he caught my eye a lot, not necessarily because he was good at it, like doing it on purpose, but he caught my eye. And if I were to say one of the cooler ones, just because of his just sheer size and effort, it was Rhino.
Rhino, you
Yeah.
like Rhino? Yeah, Rhino looks like a linebacker.
Yeah, exactly.
He's built, man. He's crazy built. Oh, we have a problem here.
That's okay.
So continuing though, that match really stood out to me when I was growing up because it's 2001. I'm probably 12, 13 years old, somewhere around there. I can't do the math in my head real quick, but
Yeah, that's okay. You're not a math guy.
yeah, I'm not a math guy. I'm an English guy. So it definitely caught me off guard when I was watching it for the first time. I didn't expect it. And that was take 2. So I saw the first TLC and I was completely blown away. But somehow even TLC 2 managed to blow me away more.
Okay.
And I think fans across the world that enjoy wrestling, that's one of their all-time favorite matches is TLC 2. Not that TLC 1 isn't great, because it is. It's fantastic, and that's why it's so fantastic that they did a second take.
Yeah.
You know? So for me, I will always love that match. I will always go back and try to rewatch that match at times, you know. And it's kind of like one of your favorite movies or TV shows, you know. You kind of go back and replay the episodes. That's what I do with that match.
Yeah.
And so it really stands out to me in that case. I'm glad you liked Edge and Christian. You seem to like Christian a little bit more. Rhino really stood out to you because of the athlete he is. And then
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy because of the risk taking.
Probably my favorite one to watch.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy is my favorite one to watch.
So yeah, Jeff Hardy is, even today, he is a fan favorite because of things like he did back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's why he has an appeal, because that is what he does. That is his appeal. Big time moves, big time move sets, exciting move sets, big risk type stuff that really stands out to people, and they thank him for it, by liking him and enjoying his work.
I wasn't a fan of the soldiers.
The soldiers?
The Dudley boys? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. The military looking
Yeah,
guys?
the military. I mean, they didn't really have any flash to them. I know they did some big lifts and
they're
big,
bigger boys.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just, I feel like they could have done something to really kind of just make me want to watch them a little bit. They really didn't. They set up some tables, man.
You didn't like the what's that?
Nah, I mean, yeah, but it's not their thing.
You didn't like Bubba Ray Dudley going through the table on the outside from the 20-foot ladder?
Sure, I did, but I mean, that was just kind of, I mean, it's not like he did it by himself. I mean, he did it with somebody else. They didn't do anything that was just like, oh, I remember that particular time with them alone. It wasn't just them by themselves ever.
So
for me.
So I did teach you some terms. That was what we call taking a bump.
Okay.
That was a big bump that he took there. But it was a bump that was necessary, I thought, because it added to the value of that match.
Sure.
What did you think of the outcome of the match?
Well, I was kind of, I mean, to be honest with you, at some points it did drag on a little bit. But I was glad that, somebody was able to get it, just because I was wondering, how the heck do you even get these belts off of here? People are hanging from them and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of weight do you need to pull these off? Then I realized there were clips.
Yeah,
involved.
they're just clipped on there.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that was kind of, at a certain point, it was dragging a little bit, but then when they started swinging, and then the ladders were swinging, and dudes were just flying and getting slammed and speared from in midair, that was cool. But yeah,
that spear's crazy, right?
Yeah, it was. But I mean, I was kind of hoping that the guy Jeff Hardy, my boy, would have won, just because of, I mean, dude, nobody put more effort into that match, in my opinion, than he did. I mean, he just put his body on the line. So it's insane.
You saw a total of 9 perforers.
Okay.
Three tag teams. Jeff Hardy stood out the most to you so far.
Jeff Hardy, easily.
Is he your favorite right now?
Just based off of what I've seen today, not just with my prior knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So as a performer, Jeff Hardy stands out to you. He's your favorite right now. Okay. So for me, I guess that concludes today.
All right.
We're doing a 5-episode build before we even ask him if he's going to be a wrestling fan or not. So we're not asking today.
Yeah, don't go that far, man.
We're not getting there yet. We'll ask. We'll get there.
Okay.
So we're 1 episode in. We're 1 match in. We got 4 matches left to go. I'm not going to tell you guys what the matches are yet. He doesn't know. Eventually, we'll find a wrestler that he maybe is known at some point in his life.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But that concludes today. Definitely go check out All Sports Best, right?
Yeah.
At All Sports Best.
At All Sports Best.
You could also check them out at allsportsbest.com.
Correct. Yeah, you can check us out on the website, podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the website itself, and Podbean.
Okay, and then you can check me out at 720 Wrestling and 720wrestling.com. We do articles. My slogan is passionate articles by passionate fans or something like that. I don't even know my own slogan.
Something close.
So come back for episode 2, and we'll see if we can turn this guy into a face. Right now, he's a big old heel over there.
What can I say?
What's heel and face mean again?
Heel, bad, face, amazing.
All right, come back for episode 2 of Turning Face.